Let's define now our first region. We consider a simple geometry containing a sphere. Outside the sphere, there is a black body region, and there is no region defined inside the sphere. The geometry contains also an infinite ZCC and two XYP planes. To declare a region, we can select it from the viewport menu or use the shortcut R. The region is added to the object list box, and we can edit the properties in the property list box. We can change the name, add a comment, and assign the material. The material can be changed later at any time. We now need to declare the first zone belonging to this region. To do this, we need to select the bodies that define the zone. So we left-click on the viewport and hold down the button and drag a rectangle. In this way, the bodies are selected. To define a zone, we can either use the shortcut D or click in the viewport menu. Moving the mouse around the viewport, the different zones defined by the body we have selected are highlighted. Clicking on the zone, it is assigned to the region. Let's ignore the errors found message that appeared. It is due to the fact that there is this part of the geometry not belonging to any region. We want to define a new region with vacuum that contains it. So, region, origin 2, and vacuum. So, we need to select the bodies that will define the first zone of the vacuum region. We need to select the sphere void, which will contain the whole vacuum. So we use Ctrl and press in the object list box. We could have selected the sphere directly clicking on it if it would have been visible in our viewport. Now we need to select another region, another body to define the region, and we decide to select the infinite ZCC. We press Ctrl and draw the rectangle with the left button of the mouse. This body has been selected, and now we are ready to define another zone. We press D, and we can see the zones that are defined by these bodies. I click, and the zone is assigned to the region. I keep proceeding, and I try to define a new zone. The region is selected, but I have no body selected. In this case, when I press D, I got an error message. If I would have tried directly from the menu, I would have received the same message. So, as told you before, I can select the sphere clicking on it directly in the viewport, and then I also want to add the XYP plane. This time I select the XYP plane directly from the object list box. I press D, and I define the second zone of the vacuum region. For the third and last zone, I select the sphere void from the object list box, press Ctrl and click on it, and then I select the second XYP from the viewport. I press D, and I select the third zone. Notice that now the errors found message disappeared. A final comment. Zone 1 is outside the infinite cylinder and inside the sphere, as overlap with Zone 2 and Zone 3. Nevertheless, this is not a problem. This is actually perfectly legal inside Fluka geometry. Further details on this can be found inside the Fluka manual.